away 25 grand worth of prizes tonight, so you might be able to hit your... Jan, is this camera on us? Like, is this like the judge's reveal phase? That's a bit embarrassing. We're like... a video replay about Deliberation. A bit nervous now. got a plane to catch. Yeah. No one wants to be on my judging test. I'll be on question 100. Yeah, we'll fill it out. Yeah. Just microphone. I've got this project. Have you read Corey Huxtable and Design?
Yes. Corey Huxtable is a young pioneer.
Yeah. He's like one of my heroes. And I'm trying to do a project. I already can from, but like, it doesn't feel like making things. And I learned from a dog voice privilege skill. I learned about culmination. And so if you type in innovation icon to Google, first 4 pages, a light bulb. And so I'm trying to push this campaign called Replacing the Light Bulb. And we just get David Wilkins, just to be
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the 2022 Grand Final. Controversially, I believe that this night is better than Christmas, and I would like to stand by that fact. And I do so because, do you remember what you got for Christmas in 2018? There's always one. I remember every single pitch on this stage in 2018, and I know in a few years' time you're going to reflect back on tonight and have the exact same vivid memories. Now, I want to start off with what I hope is just an easy entry into the night with a question. Do you all know what this map is? Okay, well, I might need to rewind some of our geography lessons if there are a few people in the room that aren't aware. This is a map of Australia. I would love for you to actually reflect on how old you were when you first saw it. Just pause for a moment, ponder how old you were. I would have been 5, and I remember my parents really feeling the fear of teachers in me when I started school. And so my first experience with this map was actually getting a blank one very much like this, and the teacher asked me to match the capital cities to the states. And because my parents had filled this deep fear of teachers in me, I was really scared that if I got the wrong answer, they weren't going to let me come back to school the next day. So this map fills me with a little bit of anxiety when I see it, reminding me of my first test experience. I want to show you the next map. And I'd love for you to reflect on how old you were when you first saw this map. Raise your hand if it was later than the first map. Keep your hand up if it's today. Yes. What I find fascinating is that we know that this map is 65,000 years plus older than the first map, but we often don't see it until so much later. But what I love is that when I work in rooms of young people, the gap between seeing the first map and the second map is much closer. And so I want to start today by acknowledging the traditional owners on the land in which we live, work, play, learn, create, and meet others, and acknowledge that our First Nations people are our first entrepreneurs and our first innovators. and set the foundations for creativity in this country. And often when we talk about innovation and we talk about new, we feel like we have to throw out the old to bring in some newfangled invention, when actually the best innovation comes from deeply honouring and acknowledging our past. It's looking at the wisdom of those that have walked before us and using that collective wisdom to catalyse the new moving forward that creates what I think is really purpose-led innovation that honours our past. So I'd love for you to take a second and think about who sits in your past. Is there somebody whose wisdom has actually informed your present? Is there somebody in your past that challenged you or stretched you or enabled you to be the person that you are today? And take a moment and think about the fact that their wisdom sits in your present, that you are the product of that history and that culture and that remembering, and honour the space that they have today. Now, nights like this don't happen with a huge amount of backing and sponsorship from people. So it would be remiss for me not to acknowledge a few people that have really backed us today. So thank you to Advance Queensland, the Queensland Government, the Office of the Chief Entrepreneur. We also have a new Chief Entrepreneur in Queensland that's been announced, which is pretty exciting as well. So can we please give these guys a massive round of applause for backing youth-led innovation as well. Thank you. And I know that you're here for the food, maybe the bar, and also the young people. But what's really exciting is that we have over $27,000 in prizes and funding for our students tonight. I mean, how is there not a bigger... I appreciate the cheer from over here. $27,000! A giant prize pool. And it's thanks to these people, these incredible organisations that have backed our entrepreneurs to build the amazing prize pool, of which we'll hear a little bit more about in a moment. Now, you also have some responsibility today, and I would like for you to take it with both hands and the phone that is in your pocket or your bag. What we would love for you is to share the fact that you're here tonight, whether you are joining us live in the room or you are one of the amazing people joining us on the live stream. We would love for you to take a photo. We would love for you to share it on socials, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I don't know how to use TikTok. Somebody's going to have to teach me at some point. That would be great. In fact, I want you to take a photo right now and I want you to post it. Take a selfie, good or bad, get your phones out. I will wait this out. I'm a patient person. In fact, I'm going to take a photo as well. All right. Can everyone get in? Can we have a huge cheer for the 2022 National Grand Final? Excellent. All right. So now what we do is we post that on socials using one of the hashtags, Betting the Future, or also tag us. Now, we are going to pick the best selfie of the night. Unfortunately, I can't win, which is a real shame. And we are going to give that lucky human a Catapult Cards kit. Now, our Catapult Cards are an amazing design thinking tool that help anybody go from identifying a problem through to pitching a solution. And as a social enterprise, 50% of the profits from each Catapult Cards kit that is sold goes to back young people. So get posting. Now, why are we all here? Well, maybe. So our young people that are involved in our final today are a part of our Future Anything Activate program. What started with 100 students in one school, this year engaged over 5,500 young people across 52 schools around the country. And across the course of 10 weeks, our young people tap into this mission here. They take on the role of entrepreneur in order to pitch an innovative idea that makes the world a better place. Now, this incredible program is run by amazing educators in schools that stretch everywhere from Townsville through, we've got Emerald, we've got schools in Brisbane, we've got Gold Coast. Yeah, that's a great Emerald cheer, love that. We've got schools from Sydney here tonight as well. I mean, I'm a little bit underwhelmed by the cheering, if I'm honest. Do I need to go back, Sydney, and redo that? We have schools from Sydney here tonight. That was a little bit better. We have schools from Adelaide here tonight. We have schools from Brisbane here tonight. Shout out to Logan as well. Yes. We have schools from the Gold Coast here as well. Have I missed anyone? Oh, we have schools from Toowoomba up the range. Yes. Thank you, Fairhome. So, and all of these young people have taken on this really important mission of picking a problem that matters to them and then doing something about it. I think what's really cool is this program definitely happens in business classes, but it also happens in English classes, and it happens in history classes, and it happens in religion classes. And in all of these curriculum areas, our teachers are unlocking the capability of our young people to be problem solvers rather than just regurgitate the answers back in the right order on an exam. And I know we're going to see some incredible pictures today, but let's take a little bit of a walk down memory lane. In 2018, standing right here, we had Tanika take the stage from Springfield Central State High School, and she walked away with the win with her incredible Enterprise shielded socks. I am going to embarrass her because Tanika's actually in the room tonight, so we can give her a massive round of applause. So fantastic to have her here. She pitched an idea after suffering from bullying in high school. She pitched an idea that looked like school socks. On the surface of the shoe, they were white, but underneath the surface of the shoe, she partnered with this graffiti artist to create these cool patterns. And the metaphor of the socks was, you don't know what's underneath the surface for young people. Pretty cool, right? All right, we skipped to 2019 on this stage, and we went back-to-back winners at Springfield Central with Culturehood. And Culturehood had an incredible idea where they were transforming their cultural art and placing it on the sleeves of hoodies with the proceeds going to support victims of domestic violence. These guys pre-sold their first 50 hoodies the first day they opened it up. So incredible work from Culturehood in 2019. Then we skipped to 2020. And unfortunately, we didn't have a live grand final. We went live stream. And we had Culturehood take the stage. Living on the Sunshine Coast, they realised that the shark nets off their coast were killing more sea life than they were stopping sharks. So are there any science teachers in the room? All right, I'm about to butcher the science. And actually, Kia from AquaShield is in the room. Kia, I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher the actual pitch here in my explanation. So they took the technology that exists in the wristbands that surfers wear to repel sharks and actually attached it to flotation devices, and dropped those off the coast at intervals to create what they called an aqua shield. You have to say it like it's a Marvel film. It's really important. Kia, how did I go? Was that pretty good? Okay. Moving along. Anyway, so Kia's actually in the room as well. So can we give Kia a massive round of applause too? And then we go to 2021, and we finally brought our live grand final back, and we hosted at QUT, and we had our winner, Chloe, take home $14,000 in prizes and funding for an idea that she started when she was 11. She took the humble sewing machine, some organic wheat, and created some wheat bags. And for every wheat bag sold, she planted a tree in order to support the environment and sustainability. And we have Chloe here as well, so we can give her a massive round of applause. I mean, Chloe's a glutton for punishment because she actually did work experience with Future Anything this year as well. So she came back for that honour. In fact, she actually came along with me to a facilitation gig in Alstonville in New South Wales. What time did we have to leave Brisbane? It was like 5 o'clock in the morning or something ridiculous. Got back into Brisbane at 6 o'clock at night, and I thought for sure when her mum picked her up that she was going to be like, I'm not coming back tomorrow. Like, this is a lot. And instead, what did you actually say to your mum at the end of it? Yeah, she's like, can I leave school and start working for Future Anything now? I was like, done, you're hired. So can we give Chloe a massive round of applause as well? So awesome to have our winners joining us. Now, the real big question is we have 8 teams pitching tonight. Who's going to take it out? Who's going to take it out, guys? I mean, there's a little bit of muttering over in the corner where the students are. I feel like they might be convinced. All right, let's run through the plan of attack for today. We have an opening address in a moment. I'm going to welcome a really amazing speaker to the stage to give a little bit of colour and context to the youth space in Queensland. I'm going to introduce our incredible judges. We are going to have 4 pitches and then a short intermission, so you can grab a drink. And if you arrived a little bit late to catch the showcase, you'll be able to get back outside. Raise your hand if you cast your votes for the showcase. Raise your hand if you haven't yet cast your votes for the showcase. That is your mission in the intermission. Okay, wow, that rhymed. You need to go outside, get some little voting counters, and then vote for your favourite, because the team that gets the most votes will walk away with $500 cash. Yes, so your vote matters, okay? Make sure that you grab those voting chips and you get voting. We will then have our second 4 pitches, and then we will make our judges leave so they can deliberate on picking a winner. Then we have some amazing awards to give out to some educators in the room before we reveal the winner of the 2022 Future Anything National Grand Final. And we're going to do this all in the next couple of hours. It's going to be jam-packed. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. Are you excited? I mean, I give it a 7.5 out of 10 out of excitement. I'll try again. No pressure. Are you excited? That's what I'm talking about. Excellent. So I'm really thrilled with the support of Advance Queensland, the Queensland Government and the Office of the Chief Entrepreneur to welcome Amelia Street Baker to the stage to give a short address. Can we please make her very, very welcome?
Hi everyone. Oh, it's so exciting to be here tonight and to see the buzz of all the excitement of all the teams and your friends and family outside. Really awesome. And congratulations, guys. I came around and had a bit of a chat to a few of you, and I'm super, super, super impressed. And I'm sure you had to do your pitches so many times. So congratulations. And I'm also very excited to see the ones that are going to be pitching here tonight. I first just wanted to acknowledge the land in which we stand, and I also wanted to hat tip to Nic's Welcome to Country, because that's the first time I've heard that one, and I always think it is so important to take it a little bit further and actually have people learn something new. And although that's something I did know, I hadn't acknowledged yet the massive gap between when we're shown the first map versus the second map. So congratulations, that was an awesome perspective and something that I'm definitely going to be able to take forward. So I might steal that one if you're okay with it. Thank you. It's great. So we're here. I'm on the Innovation Advisory Council under the Office of the Queensland Chief Entrepreneur, and I'm the youth rep. So this type of event, super important to me. And the reason why I ended up on that council is because when I was a little bit younger, I'm just aging out of youth, and it's really sad. I'm 26 now, so I'm out of it by a year. However, when I got nominated in, I was a youth, so I was the youth rep. And I had a bunch of businesses when I was at school and when I was just out of school, and there wasn't these opportunities and these type of programs embedded into the school curriculum. It wasn't really an option. For me, I was lucky. My parents were entrepreneurs and innovators and problem solvers, so it's kind of second nature. But none of my friends got that same opportunity. So I'm really excited to see so many people here today that have had that opportunity to change the way your brain actually works and the way you think. It's just awesome. And I'm so excited to hear the pitches, and congratulations once again. No matter what happens tonight and who takes home the actual prize, I think you should all be so proud of yourself. It takes such amount of courage to actually come here and pitch and in front of all your friends and family. So great job, everyone. Enjoy your night.
You can definitely steal it. That's totally fine. So thank you so much, Amelia. All right, we have a few very important people in the room that are deserving of an introduction. And so it would be, I'm going to start by introducing the pretty incredible Jan Owen. Can we make Jan very welcome tonight as one of our judges? I think it's important in Jan's story with Future Anything to acknowledge that she has been involved in every single grand final that we have had since inception, which is pretty remarkable, but we're so thrilled to have her here in person this year. So can we please make Jan very, very welcome. Now, raise your hand if you have actually done the Future Anything program, either this year or in a previous year. Keep your hand up if you remember a few videos from one particular face that is sitting at this table. Nic will be no stranger to teachers and students in the Future Anything program, and I'm so thrilled. We have such a great relationship with Orange Sky, and I'm such a big fan of the work that Nic and Lucas do. Lucas was on our judging panel last year. Nic is a bit of a hero because he's actually stepped in for Joel at the last minute, who's suffering with the word that shall not be named in Sydney today. So Nic has actually jumped in relative last minute as a superhero to join us as our judge today. Can we please make Nic Marchesi from Orange Sky very, very welcome. Now, those of you that have been to an event with me before know that I work off this rule of three theory, which is that there's always three things that go wrong in every single event that I put together. The first thing that went wrong was that Joel couldn't make it up from Sydney, so we actually got Nic, and don't tell Joel, but I'm pretty stoked that Nic's here. Joel, we miss you, we love you, we hope you're feeling really well. The second thing that went wrong is that certificates weren't here, even though we'd printed them. But that's okay, because it was a rush Officeworks job and everything was solved. Our third challenge is that Prudence is somewhere between Darwin and Brisbane right now. And given that my messages are going through as green and not blue, she's definitely still in the air. We're hoping that she's going to find her way into the room at some point in the next 15 to 20 minutes. But for those of you that are unfamiliar, Prudence runs this incredible organisation called E-Raced that's actually working to educate young people about subtle racism in schools and more overt racism as well. She's got a really amazing TED Talk if you haven't checked it out. And so at some point, I think we'll probably see her panic run into the room. But in lieu of her arrival, can we make her very, very welcome to our grand final as well? And we'll just imagine her sitting there for the moment. All right, who'd like to see some pitching? Yeah. Yes. All right, how this is going to work, just so we're across it. Okay, we're going to have 8 pitches. Each team is going to have 3 minutes and 3 minutes only. The judges will have about 4 minutes for questions. They can pretty much ask one question each, and then I'm going to really awkwardly cut them off if they take too much time. And then at the end of tonight, our judges will have the very difficult decision of picking a highly commended team, a runner-up, and a winner across the course of those prize packages, as well as our People's Choice from outside. We've got over $25,000 in prizes and funding up for grabs, which is pretty incredible for our young entrepreneurs tonight. Who would like to take that home with them? I would. Yes. So, why don't we get stuck into it? Yeah. Should we welcome our first team up to the stage? Yeah. Yes. Our first of 2 teams from Ferny Grove State High School. Can we please make welcome Happy Koala?
There is no denying that koalas are one of the most cute, cuddly, and adorable iconic Australian animals. But what if I told you by the time I'm 42 years old, koalas are going to be extinct? According to NPR, by 2050, our beautiful native Australian animal, the koala, is expected to be extinct. The koala population has rapidly declined by over 30% since 2018 due to bushfires, cars, loss of habitat, diseases, and dog attacks. It is believed there could be fewer than 43,000 koalas left in the wild across Australia, and as of February 2022, they've been listed as endangered. Happy Koala is a non-for-profit organisation that helps raise money for the Australian Koala Foundation by selling on-trend, high-quality pyjama pants. Happy Koala aims to support the foundation as much as possible to ensure a bright future for our beautiful native koala while satisfying customers and meeting their needs. 70% of all profits made will be donated to the foundation and used to enforce a long-term strategy that protects both koalas and their habitat called the Koala Protection Act, while the remaining 30% will go back into the business to produce our pants. Unlike other koala supporting companies, for Happy Koala, quality is key. Our pajama pants are not only highly trending within the teenage audience, but also provide extreme comfort for all months of the year. Most other koala supporting foundations only rely on donations or adoption packs, which usually consist of a booklet and a low-quality tacky teddy. However, Happy Koala gives a customer not only a reason to buy our pants, but also support the koalas even if it isn't their intention, meaning we have two completely different target audiences for the same product. As you know, koalas and their habitats are a big focus for Happy Koala, and because of that, we are taking extra measures to ensure our product does not harm the environment. We use an 100% compostable packaging from an Australian brand based in New South Wales called Neon Packaging. This is in our attempt to stop our business from doing this to the environment. The pajama pants we sold on our website which gives customers from all around the world access to buy our pants. Our long-term strategy is to sell through big retailers such as Kmart, Target, and Big W. Social media marketing is essential for the teenage audience. Therefore, adverts like these we use on Instagram and Facebook to promote our pants. We are currently working on partnering with a local manufacturer company called Mentua. This company is environmentally friendly and provides jobs for female refugees struggling to find employment in Australia. However, in the meantime, we'll use an overseas company to produce our pajama pants for around $10 each. Happy Koala pajama pants we sold for $30 each, giving a per unit profit of around $20 and $13 donated to the Australian Koala Foundation. We're yet to release our Happy Koala pajama pants, however 20 pre-orders have already been taken. Overall, to start up my business, I'm asking for a total of $5,000. This money will help me to produce 475 pairs of either summer or winter range depending on the season, and earning a total of $14,250. Although I know I might be able to save thousands of koalas' lives, we as a group can, and Happy Koala pajama pants is the first step. Buy pajamas, save koalas.
Woo! Oh my gosh, amazing work. How do you feel?
Great.
You can do anything hard for 3 minutes. How stressed were you about the pitch?
Very.
Could anybody tell that she was nervous? No, you did amazing. All right, judges, over to you. Do you have any questions for Abby?
Abby, oh, that was loud, wasn't it? First of all, congratulations. It's very hard to be the first, and now you're done, and you can just enjoy the rest of the night. It's going to be amazing.
Thank you.
Listen, we've had we couldn't put them on, obviously, because
why not?
Well, I wanted Nic to put some on. But they look great, everyone, just so you know. And the patterns are beautiful, and the pictures are beautiful. Can you just tell us, have you had any conversations with those retailers? Because as you said, it's quite a big task to get into retail, but that's where you can have the most impact, right?
Yeah, so I have tried to contact Mentua, but they are yet to get back to me.
Okay. Sure, someone in the room can help with that. That's
Furious
really
texting
great.
happening somewhere in the room right now.
Serious texting happening in the room. I'm going to give it to Nic because we're only being allowed one question each.
Thank you, Jan. Extraordinary work, and Christmas is coming up, so I think all of us like gifting pajamas. So potentially we can help you raise that $5,000, not through the judges, but through all buying. So congratulations! Shout out to.
I love that Nic's handing over the responsibility already. Well played, sir.
My question is, who do you admire in this space? So there's lots of 54,000 charities in Australia, lots of causes. I guess who do you idolise in this space, and how do you become that next group?
Really, any koala foundation that just helps them, helps preserve their environment, and also help the sick koalas get to where they need to get the help. And I would really, really like to help with that.
Amazing. Round of applause. Guess what? You can go now and just breathe. Can we please give Abby a massive round of applause? Well done! I can't decide. I feel like it's almost the best to go first because then you can kind of breathe. I mean, that was a really strong start. Handled the questions like a professional. Amazing. All right, should we get into pitch number 2? Are we ready? All right, let's kick into pitch number 2. We have from Redbank Plains State High School, Prime Slime. Good luck. You've got this.
Good evening, judges, grand finalists, and guests. My name is Jazzy, and this is my business partner, Marin, and we are the founders of Prime Slime. My 11-year-old cousin in the Philippines suffers from level 3 autism spectrum disorder. Back home, his disability is overlooked and worse still, dismissed. Marin and I are determined to make sure no young disabled child suffers in silence, which is why we've created our social enterprise, Prime Slime. Prime Slime donates 5% of its profits to CYDA, Children and Young People with Disabilities Australia. We have placed 9 slimes under some seats. Please look under your seat
to your chair legs to see if you're one of the lucky recipients. Judges, feel free to play with your slimes. So, what does Prime Slime sell? At Prime Slime, we produce scented smelling slimes in vibrant colors. Each color and scent is associated with a specific emotion to combat anxiety, sadness, and promote happiness. For example, Anxiety Away is our purple lavender scented slime. Purple is associated with feelings of anxiety, and research shows that lavender is effective in reducing anxiety, agitation, and depression. We have 2 other products, Handful of Happiness, which is a warm yellow with an aromatic orange scent, and Sensory Sadness, a soft blue with a peppermint scent. Our unique selling proposition are essential oils for aromatherapy and slime as a sensory toy to manage emotions, promote tactile learning, release stress, boost focus, and encourage the development of motor skills. Please turn your attentions to the screen.
Hi, my name is Naomi and I suffer from anxiety. By carrying Prime Slime in my hand while shopping, it helps to keep my anxiety under control.
Our slimes are 100% safe and non-toxic ingredients, as our #1 priority is customer health, safety, and well-being. Prime Slime has the potential to expand and scale to other products that also fall under the sensory items category. This can include mesh balls and anti-stress balls for our adult market, Play-Doh, and kinetic sand to cater for our younger audience, whilst maintaining our emoticon signature branding. We will also partner with a company that uses recyclable and biodegradable plastics so our containers will reduce environmental impact.
The retail price of 1 80-milliliter slime will be $4. 5% of each slime will be donated to the CYDA organization. This leaves us with a $2.18 profit margin. We started off with the idea that correlates with a problem we're passionate about. Then we developed a prototype and debuted it at our school showcase, where we received feedback on our slime. After, we saw industry feedback from a childcare centre who informed us to competitively price and bulk produce our slimes. We also participated in our Future Anything mentoring session and decided to add aromatherapeutic benefits to our product. Our first batch has already sold out, and we have already had repeat customers in the process.
To develop our online presence, we recently launched an Instagram account to promote our slime. If given the resources, we could start our business now by making a substantial amount of slime, where we would test both business opportunities, bulk selling to childcare centres, and on a smaller scale at our local markets such as Springfield markets. We would use our mentors to help guide us decide on the best avenue.
Don't let your disabilities define you. If you believe in equal opportunity, help us create a better tomorrow. Prime Slime, tangible happiness, happiness in your hands.
Amazing. All right. I need to know who's got the slime. Yes, the slime over here. Who else has got the slime over here? Yes. All right, keep your hands up if you would buy the slime. If you're like, man, this is the best slime I've ever had. Yes, and that's not a phrase I thought I was going to say tonight, but here we are. Judges, I can see you're also, how do we make this a verb, sliming?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. We can start that trending. Jan.
Congratulations. That was really, really, really good. There were so many things I loved about that. Mind you, your presentation was amazing. I've never seen so much stuff packed into a presentation. That was very good. Yes. You pitched the world in that presentation. It was great. Really, really well done. But also, I just love the attention to detail, like the fact that you decided to put the aromatherapy stuff in it, and you can smell it. It's beautiful. I guess I'm kind of interested in. Maybe I'm just a bit COVID, but what's the sanitizing thing? How do you keep this clean and safe if you can have it at childcare places and all that?
Well, first off, we would tell people to firstly sanitize their hands, and then we would also
So you keep it like refrigerated so that it doesn't get too sticky and like it doesn't stick to your hands so all the germs can catch onto it. And for little kids, it's advised that they're supervised while they use it so they're not making a mess and making everything unsanitary.
Or eating it.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, Play-Doh's famous for that, isn't it? Eat the Play-Doh. That's great. Well, congratulations. A really, really great idea.
Thank you.
Nick, over to you.
Extraordinary, and I'm a very tactile person, so I love that. So I think playing on the senses is extraordinary, and I was just going to build off that as I also love ice cream, and this smells and looks delicious. So maybe just a safety warning about not eating the slime, but I think probably just maybe alongside that, just thinking about opportunities to facilitate people having a conversation. So maybe some like slimy questions or those sorts of things would be super cool to consider. But extraordinary work.
Yeah. Thank you.
Excellent. Gosh, I mean, pitching is one thing, but then when Jan asked the question about sanitation, my brain was like, think quick, think quick, think quick. Was your brain doing the same thing? Amazing. Can we please give these guys a massive round of applause? Excellent work. Gosh, 2 down, 2 more to go in the first half. Can we please make our third team very, very welcome? We have from, here we go, Lara, all the way to us from South Australia. Can we please make Lara from Just to Let You Know You're Not Alone very, very welcome as she takes the stage.
In June 2021, I was diagnosed with anorexia nervosa. Soon after, I was admitted to hospital. I remember spending every day for the 2 weeks I was in hospital feeling very alone. Even though my family visit me every day and I had doctors and other patients around me always, and yet I felt so alone. For 4% of the Australian population struggling with anorexia nervosa, food is medicine. Cutlery was the only thing connecting me to my medicine. My name is Lara Ridley, and my business, Just to Let You Know You're Not Alone, creates sustainable cutlery that provides understanding and support to those struggling with eating disorders when they feel most alone. The difference with my social enterprise is I'm helping to support young people who are struggling with eating disorders to feel less alone and that they are supported in a more subtle approach. People in recovery already have their various meal plans and doctors, and that can feel very overwhelming in that everyone is against them. I am making my cutlery the friend, not the enemy. I've begun selling my product through my website and have sold out of my first drop and already have sold a third for the second. Currently, I'm only selling throughout Australia, but as my business expands, I have plans to sell worldwide. Currently, I have an Instagram account for my cutlery, which is being used as a way to advertise my business. I've reached out to the Butterfly Foundation, and they've gotten on board with my business and are following and supporting my Instagram account. The Women's and Children's Foundation have purchased 10 sets and will be gifting them to the eating disorder patients and indicated they will be buying more. My business is financially viable because it costs $9 to make each product, and I'm selling them for $25. This means I have a profit of $17 per product that I'm putting 70% in back to my business and 30% to the Butterfly Foundation. To start up, I'll be needing $2,500 to be able to buy enough materials to make my first 40 products, providing me with a starting profit of $518 after donating to the Butterfly Foundation. I have a small business, which is currently only allowing me to have reusable bamboo sets. These sets don't have customizable messages and aren't stainless steel, so they're not as durable as they could be. To be able to make all of this come to life, I'm asking for the prize money of $2,500, which will allow me to have a profit of $518, which means after 20 drops of cutlery, I'll be able to invest in a laser engraver, have other crockery options, customizable messages, and this will be able to branch my business worldwide as anorexia is a global issue. By choosing my social enterprise, you will support my goal of no one feeling as alone as I did during my early stages of recovery. I've told this to dozens, but with your help, I can tell this to thousands of those struggling with eating disorders. Just to let you know, you're not alone. Thank you.
Amazing. Well done, Lara. All right, questions from the judges. Nick, over to you.
Extraordinary, and nice work doing a pre-pitch with us earlier as well. As amazing to see it. How do you think you'll best get your cutlery to people who need it? What's your sort of channel to get them literally in their hands?
So through my website that I promote through my Instagram. So currently I'm actually in contact with a few influencers that are in recovery for eating disorders. So they'll be promoting my product on their website. So then people who are actually like in recovery and look up to them can look at my product and get it through them.
Great work, Jen.
Thanks, Lara. And you, like many, many, many young people on this stage before you, have shared something that's very close to you in a personal experience. And I want to thank you for that, because that's not easy. And I love the way that you just put your notes on the floor. That's very cool. That's very cool.
Thank you.
We did talk about that before, because we were like, how do you manage the clicker and the microphone? I was like, just drop
chuck
them.
them on the floor. That's great. It's very good. A really, really good pitch. But what I loved was actually the detail in your business plan, even down to that last 2x2 about I need stainless steel because it's more durable and so on. So I feel like you've got a really good business kind of brain. Do you feel like you can pitch to other people? Like, who would you go to pitch to next for kind of, I need this support to get this product? Because you've got an actual product that you want to buy in order to run your business.
So I'd like to pitch to more hospitals, like formally go in and have a pitch to them, show my product, get them to ask me questions, and also the Butterfly Foundation pitch to them formally.
We can help with that. Well done, Lara.
Thank you so
There
much.
we go. Well done. Excellent work, Lara. Now I'm trying to juggle 3 microphones and the clicker, so here we are. All right, we have one more pitch in the first half. Can you believe it? So let's get really excited for our second team from Ferny Grove State High School. Can we please make very welcome Savvy? One for you. Good luck. You got this.
Have you ever bought something, thinking it was entirely worth it at the time, only to regret it later? Maybe you were embarrassed walking to the post office the next day, sending back $400 worth of clothes that you were never going to wear. Perhaps it was a new gadget, currently gathering dust somewhere in a closet, destined to never again see the light of day. Until spring cleaning.
The truth is that the consumers of today are living in a modern financial crisis. The constant pressure to buy and keep buying is putting our youth at risk. On top of this, e-commerce and social media marketing are only getting bigger by the year. 2 factors that can make saving money and achieving economic goals for youth a near impossible task.
Hello, I'm Elijah, and this is Sonia, and we are the developers of Savvy. Savvy is an app designed to help young consumers hold back from impulsive spending and empower you through savings, all for just an $11.99 one-time purchase. So, how does it work?
When a user first signs up for Savvy, they set a savings goal. At any time they wish to make a purchase, they instead list a transaction onto their account, either automatically or manually. This allows Savvy to delay the transaction for their desired amount of time, from 24 hours to 60 days, enough time for you to decide whether the purchase is truly worth it. The value of cancelled transactions is then added to your listed savings, which is tracked to give the user achievements for reaching checkpoints to your goals. On top of this, our app aims to help you even further by highlighting spending habits and helping you to combat these through financial education.
Here is a demonstration of our app. As you can see here, after you've registered the purchase, you're unable to progress to the payment screen until the timer has run out. Let's take a look. When you first open the app, it will come to a home screen. This home screen is designed to give you a general overview of your recent spendings and savings. Now, here are all these customers' currently delayed purchases. Let's try one of them now. Let's try saving one of them now. And look, a new achievement has been unlocked. Let's check it out.
Wallet wonders. Nice.
Now to look at our spending habits and try our best to combat our biggest one. It's that simple. With a tap of a finger and financial education, Savvy makes managing your money effortless.
To help make this concept a reality, we have decided to start Savvy as a web-based program. And as a result, we are asking for a $10,000 investment. By charging $11.99 to sign up, we can begin to make profits with as little as 1,000 users. Moreover, in this modern world of hypercapitalism, there simply isn't enough companies on the side of the young consumer. However, with Savvy, cultivating a financially free future becomes infinitely more achievable. Thank you.
Excellent work, team. All right. Confident pitch. Loved the walkthrough of the app. I'm also thinking about what my feed would look like from my recent purchases. As a few people in the room know that when I get a little bit stressed, there's one particular place that I go. I buy books, but not like 5 books. I buy like 30 books. And so for the next 2 weeks, there's package after package coming to the door. I feel like I need this app. Questions from the judges. Nic.
Have you mapped the sort of financial ecosystem of like who could be your partners in this? I saw 2 people wearing Xero shirts in the room. Potentially some good partners already in the room. Who would be your main people you go to? Like, is it a plug-in, or does it work with a bank, or how do you work in that ecosystem?
Well, the main thing that we want to do is once we've expanded, we would probably target our service most towards banks, because we would hope to add the Savvy app on top of youth saving accounts. By doing that, we are allowing a youth to have more access to our services with a platform that they already use and engage with.
Extraordinary pitch, and make sure you don't block any koala pajamas or slime or cutlery on your platform. But with Christmas coming up, all of us could probably save a bit of money. So thank you so much.
Jan.
There's a special list that you can't do an Elon on everyone.
We'll just embed this hashtag of bending the future under those websites.
It's like a code, bending the future, you're all good. Spend as much as you like. So that was a very, very good pitch. By the way, this is actually a brilliant idea.
Thank you.
Like a really, really, really smart, clever idea. And I feel sorry for Sheen, because they're just going to lose all that custom, all those...
Including me, including myself, I'll be honest.
Exactly, so many of us. I noticed that you've got legal and technology. Can you tell us what these people have done for you so far? Like, where are you actually up to? Have you trademarked this? What's happening?
Okay, so essentially we had a bit of difficulties around the problem of escrow, because our original idea involved actually holding the user's money for a period of time, physically blocking them from holding onto their money and being able to make that transaction. However, we soon found out that there are a lot of legal complications surrounding that. So instead, by figuring that out with our legal partners, Danica Casey, we then moved on to talking to Graham Cummins, who assured us that there were ways that we could do this by creating a barrier between the transaction instead, and then allowing the user to save the money in that space. Not only is this technology possible, but it is also practical, and this is what we hope to develop.
I mean... Can we please give these guys a massive round of applause? Excellent work, team. Excellent. Whew. I mean, oh, thank you. Yes. I thought I was holding things too easily. There was something that I was missing. Who's seen a pitch that they've loved so far? Who's seen 2 pitches that they've loved? 3? What about 4? Yes. All right, we are going to take a 10-minute break. Now, what I'm going to do is, before you all escape, if you are a showcase team, you might need to hustle to get to your showcase stand. So you may leave right now. Quick, quick, quick. Skedaddle before the door. jump out to your stand and man it, ready to get as many votes as you possibly can. Can we give them a round of applause as they leave? All right, these teams are vying for $500 in hard, cold cash. So there's a bit riding on your little token as it goes into the vote. So Jess is standing at the back waving some tokens. If you missed out on your voting tokens, I mean, if you'd like 3 more, I'm probably not going to know whether you've already voted, to be honest. So grab some votes from Jess at the back. Take 10 minutes, please. Go to the bar and grab a drink, and we will see you back in 10 minutes' time for the second half of our grand final. All right, legends, we're going to get started in about 2 minutes. If we could start to grab a seat, we'll be getting started in 2 minutes. Well, that was a nice, discreet shut off of the music, Andrew. Like, just straight down. All right. How are we feeling? Yes. Do you have a drink in hand? Yes, excellent. Are we feeling ready for the second half? I mean, that was underwhelming, very. Let's try again. Are we feeling ready? Okay. Raise your hand if you cast your votes. Excellent. I have some interesting news about the prize for the people's vote. The prize pool for the showcase has effectively been doubled. There's been anonymous benefactor who has doubled the funding for that prize. So there'll be a second team. So there'll be 2 showcase teams that walk away with $500 each. I mean, it's getting hot in here. Like, there's a lot going on. And so that throws the gauntlet to anybody else in the room that would also like to donate a prize. Like, this is your moment to shine. It's about the kids. Do it for the kids. All right, we have our first pitch in our second half today from Brisbane South State Secondary College. Very excited to welcome Batul from Kafirs for a Cause to the stage. We're going to keep the applause going because she's coming up on crutches. I don't have enough hands for the things. I'm going to give you, I'll swap you that. I'll take these. All right, I think I've got everything I need. All right, can we give her a big round of applause?
On the left are Rowan and her children, my Palestinian family friends. Rowan grew up thinking that bombs, shooting, and tear gas were normal. She had nightmares of Israeli soldiers finding her and taking her away, like so many other children in her country. When she went to university, it took her 4 hours to travel the 50 kilometers between her and her family every week, crossing 3 Israeli checkpoints, 2 land borders, and switching between 6 taxis. She was imprisoned in her own town, always below the settlers and the soldiers. They controlled her water supply, her electricity, where she was allowed to go. She was helpless and trapped and scared, and her story is so similar to millions of others who are living and have lived in Palestine since 1948. I can't end a war and I can't free a whole country, but I can support citizens there and raise awareness of stories like Rowan's. I aim to do this by selling authentic kafirs made by the only kafir factory left in Palestine. The prototypes for the packaging are in front of you on the judge's table, in black compostable packaging with an information card. If you scan this QR code, you will see the many different designs the kafirs come in. There are colors for every occasion and style, including the traditional black and white. The Palestinian kafir is an integral part of their culture and heritage. Buying a kafir would give people insight on the Palestinian war and help them advocate for Palestinian freedom. There is only one kafir factory left in Palestine. Production has fallen from 150,000 kafirs per year in 1993 to 10,000 in 2010, and it continues to drop. All other large-scale businesses have had to shut down as a result of larger countries selling low-quality kafirs for cheaper prices, and Israeli roadblocks restricting exports. However, there are still some other small businesses, from citizens trying to ensure their culture isn't erased. I've contacted the Palestinian factory Herbawi Kafirs, and they're willing to sell the kafirs to me for $14 each in bulk. And then I'd sell them at $25 each, making a profit of $11 per kafir. That's why I'm asking for $4,500, for $500 to start my business, and mentoring to reach out to other businesses. I'd start by selling them at markets and to people who place direct orders, and then I'd advertise them on social media and by word of mouth, as well as at Palestinian events around Brisbane. I've contacted smaller local Palestinian businesses as well, and I'm finding more. I'd buy some kafirs from them and donate 50% of profits from each kafir to the United Palestinian Appeal, so that the products are still contributing to people in Palestine. I'm in the process of contacting Palestinians in refugee camps in Jordan to support them financially and have another source for the products. I can't sell Herbawi's kafir on a website yet due to legal issues, so the products from the other sources would be sold on the website, and Herbawi's as mentioned before. As the business grows, I plan to expand to products such as items embroidered with Palestinian touches, like this and these. From there, I'd go on to preserve more pieces of Palestinian culture by bringing them to Australia. I could even go on to sell products from the people of other countries experiencing war and corruption, like my home country of Egypt, because too many people experience the trauma that Owen's country went through every day of their lives, including right now. With your help, I can help businesses all over the world preserve their culture and help their countries. Rowan's message to you is this: always look for the other side of the story. Don't be fooled by the media and ignore people's stories. Together, we can create a future of peace and justice, where voices are not just heard but listened to, because loud voices always lead to change. Thank you.
Excellent work. Questions from our judges? Jan?
Sorry, I need to put that on. That was a very, very strong presentation. Thank you. Very, very well delivered. And I really liked how you have a vision for beyond this to support maybe enterprises in a lot of different, like Ukraine obviously came to mind straight away when you said that. How many people, how many entrepreneurs actually are losing their businesses in war-torn places. I wondered how you might make it more mainstream. So you said that you might sell to events that are Palestinian events and so on, but do you have a thought about how you might find, you know, like a more mainstream partner potentially in retail, or what are you thinking? Is there any ideas that you have?
I haven't really thought about it much, but I could contact like the UN and UNICEF because they're working with human rights and amnesty.org and ask them. And also there's like the businesses that sell diverse fashion items from different countries, so I could contact those businesses and sell there.
Yeah, I think that's really good. So people like Oxfam, so the Oxfam's got very, very popular stores, and also Off Your Tree, which is around the place. So yeah, I think there's some places where people are going, there's a lot of foot traffic, and you could maybe sell into those as well. Be good to think about. But great presentation, thank you.
Thank you.
Gosh, tough question. You were like, I haven't really thought about it, but then you were like, actually, here are 5 places. I was like, well done. Nick, over to you.
Just extraordinary, and building off what Jan said before, thank you for sharing your story and sharing that powerful story and reminding us all of how privileged we are in this country. So thank you for the contribution that your products make and sharing culture and enterprise with us all. My question is just, or maybe there's two parts to it. One is, I think you could sell these for much more because these are true artifacts of culture and heritage. But the second thing is just, how do you manage supply chain? Like, sure, all of us here would want to buy one, and what's sort of the cap of how many you think you could sell a year with the current import restrictions and that? Like, could you get hundreds into Australia or thousands, or how many do you think you could actually get into the country to sell?
So from Habawi Cafes, which is the first factory that I mentioned, they have a lot of stocks, so I would be able to get like 1,000 from them, maybe say to start with, and then from the other businesses, as like with help from other mentors to help me reach out to other businesses, then I could ask more people for more items to sell.
Thank you.
Round of applause. Excellent work. All right, let's see if I can do a better job of juggling what I need to take this time. Do you want me to take those? Cool. Excellent. Can we please give Batul a massive round of applause? I do love the flick of the palm cards onto the ground. Like, it's just a really like, yes, that's done. Yes, that's done. I feel like it's a good feeling. All right, 1 pitch down. We have 3 more to go. Can we please welcome our next team to the stage? Coming to us from the Gold Coast, from Marymount College, can we welcome EcoBed?
Good evening. We are Jai and Philip, the co-owner and the CEO of EcoBed.
The pet industry is thriving right now. Pet ownership is also on the rise. Adults are starting to put off families and are heading straight to their local animal shelters. Aussies love their pets, and it shows in the amount of money they spend on them. From pet food to toys to vet bills, owners are happy to lavish their furry friends with all types of goods. In 2020, the number of pets in Australia was over 29 million, which is one of the highest pet ownership rates in the world.
Pet beds often contain toxic and non-renewable materials. One material is polyethylene foam, which is a petroleum with extra chemicals. It is made from a non-renewable source, oil, and often ends up in landfills. It also gives off a neurotoxin called toluene, a product which can cause numerous health issues for your dog.
Due to the destructive nature of dogs, dog beds usually last about 1 to 6 months. Dog bed fabrics such as cotton will face higher damage rates, which is not what customers should purchase and waste their money on.
Our product is Australia's only anti-chewable dog bed made from recyclable material. Our beds are made from Kevlar. Kevlar is extremely strong, woven material typically used in bulletproof vests. Kevlar is 100% recyclable and is 40 times stronger than nylon. With our EcoBed, we have multiple colorways introduced. For our EcoBed logo, we choose to use black and gold to show we aren't just ordinary dog bed creators, we are representing class and great quality.
What makes us different is that our dog beds are guaranteed to not be ripped and torn apart by a dog, even though it is made with 100% recyclable materials. We are Australia's only business to make an anti-chewable dog bed made from incredibly tough 100% recyclable materials. EcoBed will last a dog's lifetime. EcoBed will continue to be handed down to a dog's offspring and future generations. You will find EcoBed in antique stores fully intact in decades to come.
Our plan for our company is to sell EcoBed wholesale to various Australian pet stores. Our website will also offer our product to the retail market. To produce one of our beds, it will cost between $4 to $6 per unit, and we plan to sell our beds for a recommended retail price of a small bed $49.95, a medium $59.95, and a large $69.95. This is significantly cheaper than the average bed price of $100. Each unit we sell will net us between $46 to $64 in profit. This is a 91% profit margin. In order to launch EcoBed beyond manufacturing in our parents' home, we would need $15,000. This would assist us massively in helping to get our business up and running. The funding will aid the production and the marketing of our product. Thank you all.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
I mean, I quite like going to antique shops, and I'm quite excited at the thought of going to an antique shop and like perusing the chinaware and like all of the other artifacts and going, my gosh, have you seen this EcoBed? Gosh, it's from eons ago. I think it's 187 years old. This is a remarkable artifact. I look forward to this moment. That's all I'm here for now. Questions from our judges?
Okay, that was great. Well done. Excellent pitch, guys. Like seriously, you did that really well, humour and all. I am the sad parent of children who have fur babies instead of actual babies. Mm-hmm. It's very sad. So I don't really want to tell them about this product because I'm worried that it will keep them in fur baby land rather than real baby land. But I do have two actual real questions. And one is to this, I mean, one of the things about retail, as you know, is that it's the turnover that makes it successful. So if you create a product that lives for 180 years or less or more, there roundabout, how are you going to keep turning over this product so that people come back to buy it? Because you don't really want in retail, and I know this is a terrible thing to say, particularly with our savvy people in the room, a one-off sale. You actually want something that does resell, that you do have to rebuy. And then my other question was sweat. I just wondered if it was sweat. Oh no, it feels good. I'm just feeling it now. I wondered if it was, it's soft. Yeah. It is soft. Nick's getting into it right now as we speak.
Nick's about to have a nap.
He's going to curl up into it. Sorry, any thoughts about those couple of that question?
So to stop singular buyer, it's very common for people to buy more than one dog.
Yes, like have more than one baby. Nice comeback.
Also, you might need one for the lounge room, and then one for the kitchen, and then
also
one
a small
for the bedroom.
dog, a medium dog, a bigger.
Inside bed, outside bed.
Is that your answer?
That's well, it's also like often that people are gonna make mistakes, and like people are gonna obviously spill. Like there might be a time where you'll spill paint or spill oil or do something. Your dog might even drag it into the paint. Like the dog's not gonna be reliable, so sometimes your dog's gonna pull it into somewhere where it shouldn't be.
I believe you. So the paint-soaked dog is gonna go into the eco bed and have to buy a new one. I understand that 100%. Nic.
I have so many questions about your dogs at home off the back of that conversation.
Just extraordinary. Congratulations. What a great product. I've got a little puppy Gambino, and I reckon he'd love it. My question is, I think you can do a better name. Like, you guys are classy as. It's an amazing product. EcoBed just seems a bit bland. So if we were going to do a bit of a quick workshop right now, if you were going to think about a different name, what would you call it if it was an EcoBed?
That's a horrible question. Unless you come up with a better name.
Maybe Eco Doggy.
Eco Doggy. That's good. Actually, I think that's a whole workshop. But anyway, well done, guys. Really good. Congratulations.
Congratulations. I mean, the real question is, Nic, what would you call it?
Oh. Dusty mullets.
Dusty. I mean, I don't hate it, so that's great. All right, thank you, EcoBed. Excellent pitch. Can we please give them a round of applause? Tough questions. All right. Flying up from Sydney, from Loreto Kirribilli, can we please make very welcome Accessi Maps!
Hi, I'm Harriet. And I'm Stella, and we are the creators of Accessi Maps.
Meet my mother, Caroline. In 2020, she suffered extensive injuries to her knee. Unable to walk without the use of a mobility assistant, similar to the crutches Stella's holding now, Mum struggled through everyday activities. During her recovery, we wanted to take her out to dinner, but restaurant websites had a wheelchair symbol with no detail of accessibility. It should have been fine, right?
Wrong. The wheelchair access was on the other side of the building, far too far for someone on crutches to access. It was a frustrating situation. It made us think. We all know someone who struggles to access services due to mobility, don't we? These people are why we created Accessi Maps.
Our app is similar to Google Maps, providing easy navigation for the physically impaired. 4.4 million Australians suffer from mobility issues. So we've addressed the lack of accessibility within technology. We have completed a series of wireframes, which can be seen on the QR code link or judges right in front of you.
The walk feature customises routes for walking, which are considered easy access. No stairs or steep terrain are included in the routes, and features such as ramps and lifts are utilised instead.
Accessi Maps enhance a similar feature to existing maps. Using concepts of crowd-based sourcing, which is how Waze and Google Maps keep their applications updated, this helps apply better accessibility options for the users like your friends and family. The user update feature is crowdsourced, allowing users to be interactive with the app, while providing us with the information needed to keep the app updated.
This allows users to flag places on the walk feature where there are obstructions, such as a footpath work. The app takes this information and creates a new walking route, meaning 19-year-old wheelchair user Josh can manoeuvre around with ease. Crowdsourcing could also be found in the restaurant feature.
To combat the potential issue of our concept being taken by larger companies, we have concluded two solutions, which are the larger companies buying our service or relying on the habit our users develop to use the app.
The price of Accessi Maps is $5.99. This price includes a $1 donation to the Wheelchair Foundation, which is an Australian-owned company that is a charity that donates wheelchairs to countries around the globe. To achieve a regular income stream, we'll incorporate advertisements, as this means we will not have to take more money out of our customers' pockets.
We will promote through media usage as well as personal advertisements in places such as communities and rehabilitation centres. The following phases describe the next steps Accessi Maps needs to take.
Phase 1 completes customer and market research and concept validation. This is where we would utilise the prize money to help us connect to and research our target market. Personal opinions from our target audience have already been collected to see if our app accommodates their needs.
Phase 2 introduces the creation of a rough web-based prototype. Meetings with experienced software engineers have concluded this will take from 6 to 12 months. By working alongside our target market in this phase, we can ensure Accessi Maps meets their needs.
Phase 3 creates a minimal viable product, meaning our map will be introduced with fewer components to help us receive quick feedback and make improvements. This will be released to test flight, an app where users can test our service and give us feedback before the general release of the app. This will take 5 to 8 months.
Phase 4 sees our app produced and released, taking around 8 to 14 months. We'll look for partnerships with tech services to help our idea grow, as Accessi Maps is not only an idea we are passionate about, but one we believe can make a difference. Thank you.
Excellent work. All right, to check out the wireframes, the QR code is on your screen right now. Questions from Nick?
Extraordinary work, team. That was amazing, and love the tactile. Our phone here is amazing. My question is about doing some user research from the delivery perspective. I've been fascinated watching the coordination of clickers and phones and whatnot tonight, and was just thinking, if you're on crutches or in a wheelchair, following a map is probably pretty hard. I was thinking of maybe like a harmonica thing that holds a harmonica or something like that to see the map. But have you thought about how someone with, say, a physical disability would actually interact with the map, say, on the way to a restaurant?
Well, I guess just like any other person would really have to use a Google Maps, which is just like stop when you want to look at it. If you find a chair, take a seat and just have a look at where you need to be going. And
and also you brought up a really great point. We can definitely look towards enhancing features which will make our app easier to use. So thank you for that.
That's right, and I think it could be a cool opportunity to then potentially combine multiple disabilities. So potentially someone who can't see or is blind, potentially you can then start to get some really nice crossover.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
Well done. Very good pitch. Very well. Very, very schmick. Very fast. Actually, it was very good. Can I just... two questions I have. Sorry, Nick. One is what research you've done on what else is out there, because you do a quick Google, there's about 5 or 6 of these. So what is your point of difference?
So our point of difference is that no other map on the market that is based around mobility and accessibility includes all the features that we do. We are one of the only ones that uses crowd-based sourcing in the terms of the update feature, which you can probably see on the QR code. So the users are definitely more involved with our map than they are with any other. And we do have other features such as the Uber feature, which allows you to customize your Uber or taxi for easier transportation. So we do include a variety of different ideas, which makes our app special compared to others.
Yeah, we've looked through App Store, we've looked through Google, we've looked through a lot of things, seeing if there's anything similar, and there's nothing that's exactly anything like it. That includes all our features.
Great. That's awesome. Thank you. Well done.
It was so good that Jan's only got one question now.
My second was a sub-quiz, but it's all good.
Oh, excellent. Well done. All right, give these guys a massive round of applause. Well done. Holy, we're up to our last pitch. Can you believe it? Time flies when you're having fun. The students are going to grimace because I was like, at this point in the night, I'm going to say something like really cringy, like time flies when you're having fun, and then I still did it anyway. All right, our last team, can you believe it, from Kenmore State High School. Can we please make very welcome Culmination? One for you. One for you. One for you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Gabby.
Hi, I'm Rahul.
And I'm Bella, and we're the founders of Colour Me.
Statistics show that 42% of Australia's homeless population is caused by domestic violence. Maggie, at 15 years old, was constantly abused by her own family.
She packed her bag and fled. With nowhere to go, she became homeless. She contacted Mission Australia's helpline, and now she lives independently.
As reported by the Australian Institution of Health and Welfare, a considerable number of men, women and children experience homelessness due to domestic abuse. This is where the national charity Mission Australia steps in.
Since 1859, the national charity is motivated to providing safe homes to everyone experiencing homelessness. How are we taking action? 15% of our profits will go to helping these victims.
Our product, the one of a kind, is a variety of tablecloths that will entertain and keep little humans busy, relieving parents from stress. Our diverse designs will also appeal to many different personalities. It is made from a cotton canvas fabric with designs screen printed over the top, cut to size and hemmed prior to the printing. Our product is eco-friendly, it does not contain plastic, the fabric is biodegradable, and the depleted markers can be recycled. The finished product is placed into biodegradable packaging. Judge as you have your personalized tablecloths.
Our one-of-a-kinds will be sold to cafes and restaurants, allowing customers to make a small donation for a tablecloth and washable markers. Colour Me will also be donating tablecloths to homeless shelters run by Mission Australia, allowing children a distraction from negative thoughts. It is proven that creativity increases positive emotions, improving the function of our immune systems, whilst reducing anxiety and stress.
Although we acknowledge our competitors, our product is not only good, but it does good.
We have noticed that other products share similarities. However, we are passionate young entrepreneurs wanting to make a difference in our world through enabling Mission Australia's work.
The one of a kind will be sold for $30. This will include 5 washable markers in a variety of colours, and materials will be coming from wholesalers. And taking into consideration our startup costs, which include a wide variety of items, we will need a total of $2,500 from investors. Aside from Mission Australia, 25% of our profit will go back into our business.
Our prototype has received positive feedback from our trialling customers, aka friends, family and teachers. They believe that this idea is achievable and creative, and so do we. All we need is a little help.
Our one of a kind will be advertised to a wide variety of people, ranging from cafe owners to busy parents looking for a way to keep their little humans entertained. We plan to market our one of a kind on our social media as well as word of mouth, so we ask for your help to get our product the recognition it deserves.
Now, you may be wondering, is our business scalable? The implementation of merchandise, volunteers, sponsoring, collaborating with local artists, and releasing limited edition one-of-a-kinds will ensure our business's capacity to grow and meet increased demand. Here are 3 main reasons why we are different from our competing businesses. 1, we are passionate about creativity, and we want to ensure that all people can express this.
2, our product is sustainable and ethically produced.
3, we are committed to helping reduce the number of people suffering from homelessness due to domestic violence.
We believe all Australians must have a safe home, ensuring people and communities can thrive. Our simple product will make a big difference, and so can you by investing in Colour Me.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Amazing. Well done. That was such a great pitch and done with great enthusiasm. I actually think that you really love your product, which you look really happy, which I love. So a couple of questions, if I may. Number 1, maybe I missed this because I was colouring in, because as soon as I said I was colouring in. By the way, are you from Kenmore High?
Yeah.
So if you go into Kenmore High and go into near the office, you'll see the founding students group. I'm in one of those pictures. I could have been erased because I was kicked out of Kenmore High, but I might still be there.
I was wondering if you were going to tell that part of the story.
But you stayed, which is great. Well done. So that's another story for another night. So I might have missed, how do you actually, because this customization is obviously very clever and very good, but I would expect it's very high cost. Did you answer that question while I was colouring in?
Yeah, so we plan to get stencils made from the little images, and then over that we'll screen print it onto the fabric, and that way it can be reused and sold.
So will you charge me a premium to have my own name on, rather than just a generic one, like this tablecloth?
We haven't really thought about it, but yes, we would
Yes, you
most
should.
likely.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
We
Yes,
have.
we will.
Yeah, we have
we
like.
will be charging extra for a customer.
Yes, you will.
So, yeah.
Yes. Right answer. That was good. Secondly, have you been to any restaurants? Have you actually taken this prototype in and said, have you gone to any restaurants where children go a lot?
Not
and
yet,
adults, actually.
but we plan to, and we also plan to contact Mission Australia to put our tablecloths like in their homeless shelters as well.
Yes, we can definitely help you with that. But I love the idea that this could be a retail product, because this would go off at Christmas. Like, how many have you got made? This is like an incredible Christmas thing.
Yeah, I work at the Brookie store, and sometimes I'll see little kids fidgeting around, their parents getting annoyed at them, and I've thought to myself, how would our product actually just help them, help the parents have a lovely evening and keep their little ones entertained?
Little ones.
Yeah.
I also think I need the entertainment. I would also like to be able to draw.
That's what I mean, any age.
Yeah, for anyone.
Boring date, just start colouring.
It's better than a text.
It's better than text saying, I left. I went to the bathroom and left. Just colour in together.
I really like how this has evolved.
Extraordinary. I won't ask a question. I'll just give. I know a group that's got a lot of washing machines around Australia. So if this kicks off, we'll wash them all. Extraordinary work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Work. Congratulations, team. Excellent. All right. We're at the business end. We've had 8 pitches, 8 pretty incredible teams. I mean, how good were the teams? Now we need to boot our judges out. Judges. That's you, correct. You got this. Take your notes, take your drink, take whatever you need with you, and we're going to slow clap them into the green room. Now, historically, the slow clap goes really badly, but I feel like in this room, we've got this. I think there's something in the room that tells me that this is going to be okay. So let's start. Let's slow clap them in. Nailed it. You guys can come again. That was great. All right, the judges are doing the tough work of actually choosing our winner, our runner-up, and our highly commended. Things tend to get a little bit rowdy in there. So we'll make sure both doors are closed, because otherwise, they look really sweet and polite here. But you did hear Jan mention that she almost got or did get kicked out of Kenmore. So I know there's a bit, I think there could be a little bit of fight that goes on back there. So our judges are going to deliberate. And in the meantime, we have, I told you this is better than Christmas, and it is, because we have one of my most favourite parts of the night, which is our Educator Awards. Because I think, we've seen some incredible young people with some remarkable ideas. And as an educator myself, I think it's really critical to acknowledge that stuff like this doesn't happen in classrooms without the really hard work of teachers in those classrooms as well. And so last year we held our first year of our Educator Awards. And it was a really special moment to acknowledge, I think, the hard work of our educators. So we're going to do the same again this year. But we've also introduced a new category for 2022. For the first time this year, we have a number of schools that have been involved in our Activate program for 5 years, which is a pretty special partnership to have with a school. So yeah, let's give them a round of applause. And in our mind, we think that it's a really special relationship and partnership between the schools and us, that they invite us back each year to work with their staff, that they invite us back each year to work with their students. And so, do you know what we thought? We're going to create a Hall of Fame for our schools that have been with us for 5 years, because as far as we're concerned, they are in our Hall of Fame. They're the most famous people we want to know. And so this year in 2022, we actually have 3 schools to recognise in our inaugural cohort for our Hall of Famers. So I'm going to invite some representatives from each of those schools to come up. We've got a trophy for them to take home. We also have, which I think is pretty cool, I mean, right? I'm glad it wasn't just me that thought it was cool. So can we please acknowledge our 3 inductees to our Hall of Fame for 2022? We have McGregor State High School, we have Marsden State High School, and also Springfield Central State High School. Can we have some representatives from each of those schools to come side of stage, please? Yes, give them a clap. So, I'm going to invite them up one at a time in a moment. Pause at the stairs, my friends, pause at the stairs. Excellent. I'm going to invite them up one at a time and, oh, Kerry, you're a little bit too eager. I love your enthusiasm though. I'm going to invite them up. I'm going to give them their trophy, and then I'm also going to invite them to share a few words if they want to. They don't have to. There's no pressure here. This is a safe place. There's no forced words. I can fear panic now where they're like, you go first. No, you go first. No, you go. There's a lot going on down the side here. Can we please welcome, so McGregor State High School were one of the first schools that we worked with, and actually I taught there for a period of time as well. And so MacG has a bit of a special place in my heart from having taught there for a period of time. Kerry worked within the program for a number of years and was one of our finalists for Educator of the Year last year as well. So can we please welcome McGregor State High School to the stage? The shaking of the hands, and then the trophy, and then the microphone. Yeah, I know it's your favourite.
Yeah, love talking in the microphone. Just want to thank Nicole. We've been on a really long journey. It is fantastic to see how the program has evolved from when it first started. First class, anyone can walk in and pick up the curriculum and deliver it in the classroom. But I think when you sit there tonight and you watch the students up on stage, and when they finish and they have that sense of relief and that smile, and you can see the difference that you have made for those students, it just makes it so rewarding to be involved and to have this program in our schools. So thank you.
Yeah, we believe Future Anything it offers such a great opportunity for students to grow, to share their ideas, to brainstorm together, to step outside of their comfort zone. And students take the subject just because of what it has to offer. So yeah, that says a lot.
Thank you. You can run away now. Yes. Excellent. Our second inductee in the Hall of Fame. Oh, nope. I'm following Jess's directions now. Please exit to the other side. I'm not great with the details. I'm just good with the microphone. So, to welcome our next team to our Hall of Fame, can we please welcome Marsden State High School?
I guess I just want to say ditto to McGregor State High School. It's been amazing seeing Future Anything and this program really evolve in the school, and really encourage our students to think outside the box and really work hard and work together to problem solve and make a difference in society. So thank you. It's been absolutely amazing watching it grow over the last 5 years. Thank you.
Our pleasure. Thank you. And this side, apparently. Excellent. And our final inductee in our Hall of Fame is, and we're back-to-back winners, 2018 and 2019 as well, so have a long history in the program. Can we please welcome Springfield Central State High School?
Thank you. I came in to teach Future Anything only a couple of years ago on the back of Chris Gaudier, so thank you very much for bringing it in. Yeah, no, it's been really, really fun. Thank you, Nic, for creating the program. It's, you know, all the activities and stuff are all there for us to just, encourage the kids to go for it. So it's been fun, and yeah, no, thank you.
I think pretty much the same thing everybody else says. The work that Nic does, like, it's unmatchable. Like, the stuff that the opportunity the kids have, I don't think any other program offers that. So thank you, Nic, for what you offer.
And yeah, want to say congratulations to everyone who's, been on tonight, and to all you guys out here on, for the whole year teaching this program. So yeah, it's been really great. We, like, Springfield went up here, but we have to get other people a chance, so,
Thanks, Nic.
Thank you. So generous, giving up the mantle for another school for another year. Thanks, Springfield. All right, we have a couple other awards to give away. We have our Educator Awards, started last year, and we have 3 different awards that we give out. So we have our Trailblazer of the Year Award, which is for a first-year teacher of Activate. So an educator might not be a first-year teacher, full stop, but is delivering the Activate program for the first year. We have our Educator of the Year Awards, which are for educators who've taught the program more than 1 year. And then we have the Team of the Year. So this is for our team of educators who nominate collectively the work that they're doing with the program across their school. So we have 3 finalists in our Trailblazer of the Year Award. Let's check out their beautiful faces. We have Trudy Corey from Kenmore State High School, Adrienne Costello from Stewart Home School, and joining us from Zoom, from Mackay, we have Louise from Mercy College. Hey Louise, great to have you here. All right, so our winner of our Trailblazer of the Year Award, should we have a little bit of a drum roll for this? Yes, can I have a drum roll, please? The winner of our Trailblazer of the Year Award for 2022 is Trudy Corey from Kenmore! My favourite is the facial expression when I hand over the microphone. I'm also going to get you to come into the middle so you can't hide in the background as well. Trudy, congratulations.
Thank you, Nic.
I'll give you a moment. Feel free to share a few words. I think teaching the program for the first year and you've got a team through to the grand final, which is a pretty remarkable feat. So just want to acknowledge your hard work and that how proud we are to have you and also Kenmore in our program this year.
Thank you. They're pretty easy 3 kids to work with, I must say. But yeah, it's been a great program for the school and support from my old hod, Dan. So thank you, Dan. And Monty's been coming to our school as well as an entrepreneur, so that's been fantastic as well. But also, I think for me, it's the unexpected moments in the program of kids who you didn't think, well, they tell you, I can't pitch. I'm not standing up in front of people. And they do, and their faces is amazing. So I look forward to teaching it again next year and bigger and better things for Ben 10, but these 3 are a dream. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you. We know my juggling skills are quite limited, so there was no way I was going to be able to carry that and make the announcement at the same time. So there's a trophy there for Trudy as well as one of our catapult card kits for the classroom too. So we have our Educator of the Year Award, and we have 3 remarkable finalists in our Educator of the Year Award for this year. We have Sean Brown from Yarrabilba State Secondary College, Leah Caldwell, all the way from Emerald State High School, representing the regions. And we also have Vanessa Noonan from Brisbane South State Secondary College. All right, the drum roll went so well last time. I feel like we're ready to go again. So can I have a drum roll, please? The winner for Educator of the Year for 2022 is Vanessa Noonan! I know Vanessa's horror at being up on the stage right now is she's only barely disguising it next to me. There's a polite smile, but I can hear them muttering, like, I can't believe you've done this to me underneath. Our Educator of the Year award is kind of a special one for us, and Chris, actually, who's in the front row, won last year. And what was really special about Chris's journey is that he ran Future Anything at one school context and then managed to take it to another school context and really build the program there. And I think part of the reason why, Vanessa, you're standing here tonight is because you've done the same thing. You built the program at Sheldon College and then took it to Brisbane South and have a grand finalist also in this year's program. So the ability to, I think, take that entrepreneurial learning but also build that within two school contexts is really special. So we're so appreciative to have you championing the work that we do. Congratulations.
Thank you, Nicole. Yes, I am one of those educators that knocks on the door of the principal and says we need this program in our school, because I do believe in it and I do believe that our young people value from this curriculum and this opportunity. So thank you, Nick, to you and your team for advocating for us as educators on the ground and providing us with new pedagogies and entrepreneurial learning opportunities for us to leverage off in our classrooms. So thank you and congratulations to all the young people. You did a great job today. Good job.
Thank you. Excellent. Our winners walk away with a little bit of swag, like in a trophy and a juggle, but they also walk away with a $2,500 bursary for programming in entrepreneurial thinking as well, so that we can support our schools to grow this work. So it's an important part of what we do. All right, this is the big one. It's the Team of the Year. And I don't want to say there's a little bit of competition for this one, but I can feel it in the air. So our finalists for Team of the Year for 2022, we have in New South Wales, a school that actually ran our program within Year 7 Religion and Ethics, which I think is so exciting. So our first finalist from New South Wales, Bishop Druitt College, congratulations. On the Gold Coast, we have Marymount College. And finally, Yarraville State Secondary College. All right. Shall we have a drum roll? Yes. All right, can I have a drum roll, please? Our winner, 2022 Team of the Year goes to Yarraville State Secondary College. Come on up. You can all come up. Come on, you can all come up. Give a round of applause. Okay, let's move over into the middle. Come on up, legends. Gosh, there's a few stories I could tell about this team. I don't know where to start. I think what's really a couple of things that I'll mention is that Yarraville runs our program across 3 different year levels within their school. And as a new school, we've partnered with Yarraville to build the capability of not only the teaching staff, but also the young people in thinking like entrepreneurs across multiple year levels. So in different subjects across different year levels, students will engage in one of our programs, but the mission will look a little bit different. So it might have a science lens in one subject and a social entrepreneurial lens in another, an English lens in another. And I am going to embarrass you, Chrissy, by telling a story that I think is kind of really, I think it's an integral part of the work. I remember getting a phone call from you probably 2 years ago now. And I would say this is pretty typical of educators who maybe deliver the program for the first year. We get to like week 7 or week 8 and I get a panicked phone call from the teachers going, they're never going to make it. My students' ideas are terrible. I don't know how to fix it. And there's this complete panic that they're never going to get over the line. And I remember talking to Chrissy and going, cool, let's try a couple of things and then come back and let me know how you go. And then you came back and I think the program's just gone bigger and better since that phone call. And so I think it's important, I think, for me to reflect on, and I think it's important for everyone in the room to reflect that whilst our young people undergo a significant amount of learning, engaging in the program, I think there's also heaps of learning for our teachers as well, in learning to maybe step back so that our young people can step up and also to believe in themselves as well. So over to you.
Thank you, Nic. I think definitely what Nic was alluding to there is a level of support that we've had to be on the stage here today has been incredible, not only from Nic and the team at Future Anything, but also from our leadership and executive team at school. Having the potential to run the program across 3 different cohorts has really, I think, influenced our pedagogy in such a huge way and the pathways that we can now offer our young people. Because they've had that exposure to entrepreneurial thinking and learning the whole way through junior secondary, we've now got some really clear-cut pathways where a new school, so we're offering senior next year, and we've got a certificate in entrepreneurship and new business, which I think is really exciting, and it really just is testament to all of the wonderful work that we've been able to do in junior secondary, that our students have voted to do that, and we've got uptake in that subject next year. So I think that definitely everything that we've done here at Future Anything has informed such a huge part of the opportunities that our young people have. And I'm just really proud of everyone here, and not only obviously Future Anything and exec and leadership, but all of the brilliant teachers that we have across cohorts. I think it's been so wonderful to see our Shark Tank events at school. Everybody is chipping in. People who aren't even teaching these subjects are showing up and pitching in. So I think that's incredible as well. And everyone, I think, would agree that what the benefits that young people get out of running these programs are immense and so worth the long hours and the being in the pit and the struggles that we all have and the challenges of doing the units. The payoff is incredible, and well done to everybody who has pitched here this evening. It's been absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you. I think testament on a Monday night that this number of staff come along to our grand final, and this isn't even all of them. There are more hiding in the crowd. So can we please give the team a massive round of applause? Thank you. Thank you. There's a big box of stuff for you to take too. Yeah. You might need your muscles for that one. Excellent. All right, so our judge, I mean, we're really losing them like flies tonight. We're down to 1 judge. Jan had to jump a plane as well, and Prudence has only just landed from hers. So Nic's actually last man standing for the judging panel. Let's give Nic a massive round of applause. So he's returned. We're about to reveal the winners of our students, of our student teams. Just a reminder, the total prize pot is now, I think, cracking $28,000, which is just huge. And it would be remiss for me not to acknowledge the remarkable support of these organisations backing our young people with their partnership in order to provide these incredible prizes to our young people tonight. So all of these brands, we'll get into them in a little bit further in a second. But showcase teams, it's your moment to shine. Yes. So our showcase teams were like selling their wares outside. And I'd love to welcome Amelia back to the stage to announce our People's Choice winner. Now, I think she might now have 2 teams to announce. So each team will walk away. You can come and join me. This is your face, so you can definitely be here for this. Yeah, I know it's a little bit unnerving. Yeah, I feel you. So each of our teams that Amelia is going to announce are going to walk away with $500 plus a mentoring session. We had 7 remarkable teams today. So we had Loretto Kirribilli, give them a round of applause. Green Canteen. Foxwell State Secondary College, we had Keyrings for Change, excellent work. From Yarrabilba, we had Portafire, Marymount Sticky, Loretto Kirribilli with Sustain to be Made. All the way from Emerald, we had the B-Ball Min, and from Fairholme up the range. Gosh, I can't. Waste to Warmth. My eyes are failing. I need my little glasses at the end of the night. Amelia, welcome. You have the magic envelope. You now have the microphone. Can you reveal the 2 teams that are walking away with the $500 cash?
Okay, I've got the juggle as well of the...
Yes, I know it's
There we go. I've never had an envelope before, so this is exciting. So the first People's Choice Award winner is Waste to Warmth from Fairholme College.
Come on up,
Come on
team.
up.
Excellent. Congratulations to our first team walking away with $500 cash. You guys can just wait to the side.
Right, and the second People's Choice Award winner is Sticky from Marymount College.
Massive congratulations to both teams. Can we please say thank you to Amelia for having the glory of pulling the envelope. Excellent. All right, legends, you can wander back off that way. Thank you. So the next slide is maybe a bit of a reminder of where we're at for the night. I promise Jan did have a flight to go to. There was a genuine reason. Can we please welcome we don't need 3 judges. All we need is Nic from Orange Sky. Can we give him a massive round of applause? Don't fall.
I nearly tripped over.
I know we almost lost our third judge. Things just got almost got really dire. All right, so we have 3 prizes. So we have a highly commended, we also have a runner-up, and then we have the winner. We're going to start with the highly commended. So I want to walk through the prize for the highly commended first. So the team that gets the highly commended today will walk away with $500 in cash and also a mentoring session. And this is thanks to Summer from the Eventful Learning Co, who I know is watching. So give her a little bit of a wave down the back because she's definitely on Twitter. Summer, we're so grateful for your support of our young people, and I know that this money is going to really help this team kickstart their idea. Yeah, in a sec. Yep, I'm all over it. Cool. Nic, tell me about the highly commended team.
I can do that. I've also got a page of notes from Jan that I need to read out. So at what point do I read them out?
Your choice, judge's choice.
Okay, I'll drag it on a little bit longer just so I can be kind. So $500 is 10 $50 notes, if my maths is right. And on the $50 note is my favourite innovator, David Unipon. And building on Nicole's amazing acknowledgement, want to acknowledge those First Nation innovators whose lands that we're on. So Jan had 4 talking points for me to share. She said that, or we both agreed that the quality of presentations tonight was just extraordinary. So another round of applause for those. And just acknowledging the difficulty of getting up, putting yourself outside your comfort zone. It wasn't just 3 minutes on stage, it was pitches in your bedrooms and making things in your garages and all the days leading up to it. So thank you for sharing the polished 3 minutes, what an extraordinary presentation they were, but also acknowledging all that time and effort that's gone into it. And any good idea has a massive army behind it. So I want to acknowledge all the teachers in the room, all the parents, all the first product testers. So let's give those people a round of applause for making it happen. And then the third one, which I think is pretty obvious, is how hard it is to choose. So it was hard. And the 4 dimensions, because Jan wanted to be very scientific about how we approach this with a lot of judging rigour, even though she's run away. So the sort of 3 dimensions we've gone as 3 I's. So how easy are these ideas to implement now that we've seen the pitch? How innovative are they? How innovative? Okay, let's say that word.
Innovative.
And then the last one is how inspirational they are. And all of you were inspirational tonight. But here it is. Bit of a drum roll.
The highly commended. Yes.
Highly commended.
Drum roll, please.
For 10 pineapples is, they're all on here, Savvy. Well done, team.
Congratulations.
First of all, more than anything else, I'd like to thank the wonderful teachers at Ferny Grove State High School, Miss Dawes, Miss Groom, Mr. Lau, and more than anything else, Miss Casey, who drove us here and had to organise thousands of permission forms in order to get us from school today to this venue by 1 o'clock. It has been a massive privilege to be a part of the Future Anything program and to make it this far with one of my best friends. And the support that we have received from our family, our friends, the audience has been exponential. So thank you very much.
It's getting hot in here. Maybe it's the lights, I don't know.
No, we're not stuffing around anymore. Okay, the runner-up is...
Strap in, everyone.
Colour Me. Well done, Colour Me team.
A massive thank you to Miss Corey, because without her we wouldn't be here. So yeah.
And to all our family supporting us, especially when we're crying in our room at 2 a.m. But yeah, special thanks to Miss Corey and Kenmore. They really just pushed us along here. We wouldn't be anywhere without them. So thank you.
I've got one last thing to say. Other than thanks that they've already said to Miss Corey and family and friends, I wouldn't have made it here without you guys.
All right, because Nic decided to keep us on our toes, I didn't even read out what they won. So, Andrew, can we flip back to the slide that's got what they actually get? Because I feel like that's kind of important. I love that keeping us on our toes thing. So, Culmination just walked away with $1,500 in cash. I think their ask was only $2,000 to get started. So pretty much product is in market, Christmas shopping sorted, team. And also a mentoring program with us at Future Anything to support them to launch their idea as well. So congratulations, Culmination. All right, now, gosh, we have the big one now. I almost am scared. Yeah, I know. Let me get through the slides. All right, there's actually 2 slides of prizes for this, which is just unbelievable. 3? My gosh, there's 3 slides of prizes. Okay, you need to not zip it just for a little bit because I know you're desperate to reveal it. Excellent. Okay. The first part of our prize for our winner tonight is actually a 1-day adventure and strategy retreat on behalf of Soul Searcher Adventures. So in their nearest capital city to the team, they'll take them on a whole day, which is I actually want to come along. So that's the plan there. And also, we're so thrilled to have Murray supporting our teams again this year. Murray donated a website and digital marketing support package to Chloe last year. And we're so thrilled that Murray is also donating that same support to the winner of this year. So that's awesome. That's only slide 1. Let's go to slide 2. All right, we've also got from Kiva from Quip is supporting a brand strategy session. So she'll actually dig into what kind of brand the students want and build a whole brand guidelines packaging. From Empathy First, we have Leanne in the room. Thank you. We've got an Empathy and Impact Masterclass, which is amazing. And from Xero, who are also in the room, which is fantastic. The team will be supporting them with a masterclass to help them manage their money. That's only slide 2. Then if we go to slide 3, they also walk away with $2,500 in cash and the mentoring program. I think my maths isn't great, I was an English teacher, but I think the prize package for first prize pushes almost $20,000 this year, which is pretty amazing. To help us to award the winners for this year, I'd actually like to invite our 3 previous winners up on stage to support with this. There's something special about allowing them to pass the baton on to this year's winner. So can we welcome back Chloe and Kia and Tanika? Can we give them a big round of applause? Gosh. Can I force you to say a few words? It's a few years on. We're going to go chronological order, so Tanika, that means you start. 2018, you walked away with the win on this very stage. It was a really special moment for me. I remember it like it was yesterday. Talk to us about how it feels to be back here.
To be back up on the stage, it's pretty crazy. It just feels really weird. I don't know what else to say. This is really
great. Amazing. And then Kia, who, if anybody's seen Kia's pitch, this man speaks so fast that we might actually need to strap in to listen to the next part. He introduced himself to me at the door, and I was like, "I'm sorry, sir, I don't know who you are." And he's like, "It's me, Kia." And I was like, "But wait, 2 years ago you were this, now you're a man. What happened?" And so I'm thrilled that he's here today. Share us some reflections for you.
Yeah, so, it's been shocking 2 years. I unfortunately was not here. Actually, this is my first time being here, which is, I feel very honoured. But, yeah, in terms of my experience, I'm pretty sure I was nicknamed the person who was going to go up on the Toyota ad, because when we did win, I jumped up so high I nearly hit my head on the roof. I've over the last year, after I won the Future Anything competition with my teammates, I then decided to pursue my idea of business as I'm trying to develop myself over the years. I entered 3 other competitions with my teammates. We entered the Telstra Innovation Awards. We came 3rd in that one. We did the Shark Tank eSchools. We came 1st in that one in our respective category. And then we did Gen In, which we also won 1st place in our respective category. Thank you. But of course, like when we talk of the event that we've got here right now, I don't think we can thank Nicole enough for her hard work and her enthusiasm towards making the world a better place, and to give us this opportunity that so many people across the world don't really get. So thank you so much, Nicole.
Oh, 12 months ago, you were standing right here. How does it feel?
It's crazy. I actually came prepared today, and I wrote some notes.
Excellent.
Yes. So during my journey with Future Anything, I met some really cool, inspiring people. It was incredible for us to be given this opportunity, like he said, to develop and grow our ideas. This time last year, I can remember standing right here next to Nicole with a smile that could not be wiped off my face. This moment meant so much to me and for the future of my business. And ever since then, I've received nothing but help, support, encouragement and direction, which I'm extremely grateful for. Since winning the National Grand Final last year, I've been working with mentors Poppy Rouse and website designer Murray to be able to develop my idea and launch a website. And more recently, I'm sure I'll be able to help you guys out with a market opportunity, as I'm working on launching a market for young entrepreneurs in the area, which is super exciting, and I can't wait.
Oh, and you know what? We've probably dragged the announcement out enough. These teams are like, I think it's been a little bit of a tough few minutes. I can feel the anxiety rising. And so, Nick, this is your moment to shine, sir. The winner.
Does it have to come back after the break, or are we on here?
Well, I mean, that would be great if we did, wouldn't it?
Before I announce the winner, just a small piece of selfish advice is that when I went to school, we had people who participated in sport or music or are the smartest in class up on stage. But I think this day and age, what we need is amazing ideas. So I encourage you all, if you're not on the stage tonight, you've all been on the stage, and knowing that just like any sporting team, seasons are really important. So I encourage you tomorrow and the day after, keep following your dreams and ideas, because you actually don't need to win a prize to execute on those ideas. But the winner of this extraordinary idea is...
Drum roll, please.
I reckon we do a drum roll. This is a top stage up the top. Can we get a bit of drums there? A bit of cymbals over here. And the winner is... EcoBeds.
I don't know where to start, but far out. Well, first, Philip and I definitely owe a big thanks to our teachers, Mr. Boston, Mr. Rezo. Definitely would not be here without these guys. These guys did so much for us, helped us, pulled us out of classes so we could get this done. So, massive thanks to those guys. Thanks to all the competitors. You guys were all amazing. You know, you all had me worried, you had Philip worried. Thanks all for coming too. It's a big commitment, and just thanks all for coming out.
do it. Excellent. Round of applause to our winners, and thanks to Chloe, Tanika and Kia as well. Big round of applause also to Nic. Amazing. I mean, I think he paced himself really well, like a little bit slow, way fast, and then, you know, perfect. It's like the three Goldilocks and the three bears. Thanks so much, Nic. I just want to finish with a couple of thank yous. I think it's really important to mention our major partners for this event, so Advance Queensland, Office of the Chief Entrepreneur, Queensland Government. Stuff like this doesn't happen without the backing of those ecosystems in order to enable space for young people to talk about the stuff that matters to them. So we're so appreciative. Can we give them a round of applause, please? Gosh, a huge thank you to all of our partners that came together for a 27 plus grand prize package for our young people today. I mean, this is just organisations who have really backed, I think, young people, have taken it upon themselves to step up tonight and say, we're going to put our brand and our name to the next generation of change makers. So we just want to acknowledge all of these remarkable brands for their support of the of tonight as well. I think when I get to this point in the night, I always reflect on the fact that when I was 14 or 15, there's absolutely no way that I could have stood here and done that. I mean, I think, can we give our teams a standing ovation for their incredible work, please? I think they deserve it. Let's give them a standing ovation. 14 and 15, rocking up. Incredible work. Excellent. And I would love for the educators who are in the room to remain standing. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Stand up, teachers. Can we give these absolute heroes a round of applause, please? Stuff like this doesn't happen with the incredible hard work of teachers. These educators pretty much run off only two things: caffeine and thank you. So on behalf of the Future Anything team, we want to say such a massive thank you to the 196 educators we had the great privilege of working with this year, and a special thank you to the teachers in the room tonight, joining us physically or virtually to back our young people as well. Let's give them another round of applause. Now, there's also quite a few parents in the room, and you have endured hearing these speeches and concepts pitched over and over and over and over. So can we please give the parents and caregivers, both in the room and joining us on the live stream, a massive round of applause. And then I just want to thank the fact that an event like this doesn't come together without the support of quite a few people in the room. I want to thank the Triffid. Like, how great is this venue? The team have just been amazing. AV1, who've been managing all of the live stream and also the PowerPoint, which is just, I mean, that tech side of things. The fact that we had a completely smooth experience tech-wise. So huge thank you to AV1 for their support. We got Clayton and Stuart wandering around with cameras, and I think it's important that you know that they actually only ever get your good side. It's true. They only know how to get your good side, so can we please give these wonderful humans a massive round of support. Chloe has been running between the judges and the table all night, so I just think it's such a joy to have our previous winners back, but also for Chloe to give up her time to support tonight as well. We have our last standing judge. I mean, what do you even say about Nic? What a hero. Can we please give Nic a massive round of applause? And thanks to Jan, who might be watching the live stream from a car on the way to the airport right now as well. And I just want to say a huge thank you to my team. There's a lot of things that go into creating tonight, like printing certificates and putting them in frames, like getting run sheets together, like getting voting things and putting them in little plastic bags and then putting stickers over the top of them. All of the little details that come together to make tonight a smooth experience. So to Jen, to Kate, to Beck, for all of their hard work, and to my Director of Operations, who is a logistical hero in the background as well, Jess, I just want to give them a huge round of applause for making everything smooth sailing. And then finally, I think it's really important that we acknowledge that the only difference between an idea and a business is action. So you're not defined by what happens tonight, but part of what might define you is what happens tomorrow. And so you've got the backing of an entire room here who believe in you. So whether you made it up on stage or you didn't, whether you were showcasing outside or you were up on stage, the reality is from 5,500 young people in the program, there was a whole lot of people that thought there was something really special in you and something really special in your idea. And so if you wake up tomorrow and you're still thinking about your idea, reach out to somebody who can support you. And that might be your teachers in the room, it might be us in the team, or potentially somebody else here in the room who thought there was something special in your idea. Because the reality is the next generation and the future of our world will be defined by the ideas that these incredible young people get up and launch into our world. And I have never been more encouraged and inspired by where our world is going when I see incredible young people like this. So thank you. Have a drink at the end of the night. Please get some photos with your young people. If I could have the teams remain behind and the winners as well in our Educator Awards just to get some photos. But thank you so much. Thanks for joining us at our 2022 National Grand Final. I hope you've had a great night. Thank you.